Welcome and happy Halloween. Welcome to our live spooky DIY hour with Happy Kids and Happy Camper Live. I'm Jen. I'm the manager of Happy Kids, and with me today, our special guest is Courtney from Happy Camper Live. Hi.
Hey, Jennifer, how are you today?
Thank you for being with us. Can you tell us and the audience all about Happy Camper Live and what it is?
Of course. So I'm Courtney. I'm everybody's favorite camp counselor over at Happy Camper Live. So Happy Camper Live brings summer camp 365 days into your home via an amazing website. We have great video DIY tutorials, a YouTube channel, a web series. So all of these great areas of content to bring the spirit and the vibes of summer camp 365 days a year.
Awesome. Yes. And Happy Camper Live is also on Happy Kids. If you want kids, we're an app. We've got tons of shows for kids. We've got Cocomelon, we've got Blippi, we've got Paw Patrol, and Happy Camper Live. So be sure to check us out. We're on Roku, Apple TV, and a whole bunch of platforms. So be sure to check us out. So today, what we're doing with Courtney is we are going to be making exploding pumpkins because it's Halloween and this is just really cool DIY. So Courtney's going to be guiding me on how to make this. And if you guys want to follow along, you can do that. So let's get started.
Amazing. So Jennifer, I'm really excited about this because it brings like two of my favorite things, Halloween and science. And it brings them together. So we're going to have a mind-blowing scientific DIY day. So we're going to do some exploding pumpkins. We're going to do a really cool science experiment using to make our pumpkin explode. We're going to do two different kinds of things with it, but we're going to need vinegar. So let's go through what we need, right? Here's our ingredients list. So part of doing a really good DIY or following the rules of science is you need to make sure you have everything first. So here's what you're going to need for today's DIY pumpkin activity. You will need some white vinegar, some baking soda, all right, and I got the big box, all right. I wasn't wasting any. Yeah, you got it, Jennifer. And then you're gonna need a pumpkin. Now, I would save the big hefty pumpkins. You save those for your jack-o'-lantern, okay? Put your candles in them. Put this outside your door. But for all intents and purposes, we're gonna go with the smaller little pumpkins. See how cute these small little pumpkins are? They're just so cute. They're a little bit easier to carve, a little bit quicker, and there's not as much space inside. So for this use of this DIY, we're going to use the smaller pumpkins. Then you'll also need a knife, which, Jennifer, if you're going to use a knife, what do you need to make sure you have with you? First rule.
I don't know.
What? An adult. You must always have an adult with you before you use a knife. So I've got actually, if you have a Dollar Tree has some really great carving. I mean, this is not an ad for Dollar Tree, but we buy these every year, and a lot of times they're flimsy and they break, but these at Dollar Tree, great, and it comes with a scooper. So you'll need a knife, a spoon, a measuring cup. Okay, I have a fourth cup, a third cup. Let me tell you, the great thing about this science experiment, guys, and I know if you're in school and you're learning how to do science experiments and there's rules and you got to wear your goggles and you got to be safe, right? Safety first. The best thing about this science experiment, that unless you cut yourself with the scissors, nothing bad's going to happen if you use too much or too little. You can really experiment with your ingredients to kind of get the size of the explosion that you want. So this is a really great, safe science experiment to do at home. So you'll need a measuring cup. I have a Sharpie marker or a pencil, just something to write with. And then for fun, I've got some food coloring. In particular, the two colors that I'm going to use today are green and red. Okay. All right. So I've got, and one last thing I know I'm going to need. You're going to need like a bag for trash. So great way to recycle your grocery bags. All right. So I'm going to start here. Now, this is also, not only are you going to learn some cool science, but I'm going to give you some pointers on how to carve your pumpkin. So when you're carving, the first thing you need to do is we need to remove the top, because the inside of this pumpkin full of seeds and like the guts, the great time to deal with guts for Halloween. So you're going to cut around the top, but it's really important that when you cut it, you want to, and you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just make a little circle with my marker across the top. So you can see I kind of just did that across the top there. Now, the important thing is, and this will make or break your pumpkin, especially if this is your jack-o'-lantern and you're cutting your jack-o'-lantern to put your candle inside, is you don't want to cut with the knife going vertical up and down. Because if you cut it like this, then you'll take the top off, and when you put the top back on, it's going to fall right through the middle, and it'll blow your candle out. You won't be able to put a candle in there. So what you want to do is when you cut it, you want to cut it at an angle. So you can see like I'm cutting kind of more at a 45-degree angle, or even almost side by side instead of like this. All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, and this takes time. So I've got my line, and I'm gonna carefully, that's the hardest part, is like getting the knife into the pumpkin. But once you get it in, and these little pumpkin knives have great blades, so it cuts through them pretty quick. And once I've gone all the way around the top, whoa, oh man, something just blew away. So now look, see, I can take my top off, and then when I put it back, it's not gonna fall through. It creates like a nice lid. So I'm actually gonna come around my floating pumpkin. Practice. Well, I have a good knife, you know, it's all about the knife, guys. All about the knife will make it easier. Ah, yeah, yes. This one's a nice one. All right. So let's see what's inside here. We'll wait for Jen to catch up. I tend to be a fast talker, so I'm gonna.
All right, I got it.
A little bit. All right, you got it. All right, so let's see what does yours look like inside?
It's pretty fun.
Yeah. Oh! Right. All right. So we got to clear all that stuff out. Now, I got a really great spoon, and these spoons has a really nice like serrated edge, because the inside of this pumpkin, the guts of it, it's full of seeds, and then the innards are very stringy. It's very slimy, and it's sometimes hard to get out. Like, kids, this is how you make a pumpkin pie, right? Pumpkin pie does not come out of a can. Believe it, right? Life skills. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start scooping it out. But you know what, do you even carve a pumpkin if you don't put your hands in there, Jennifer? Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, look, she's shaking it. She's doing it good. She's shaking it. Oh, do you have a helper?
I have a little helper. This is Luca.
Hey, Luca.
He is exploding.
Hey, so Luca, while you're helping your mom here, what are you going to dress up as for Halloween? What's your costume?
Pikachu.
Pikachu! You'll never catch them all, right? Gotta catch them all. Is that the Pokemon saying? You gotta catch them all. That is so cool. All right, so I am scraping out my pumpkin here, and I'll come back around the table. And I'm going to put all these guts into my bag with my hand. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, guts. Come on, Luca. Let me see you put your hand in there. Let me feel it. Can you feel it? Oh. So tell me, Jennifer, how do you guys, are you decorated for not Christmas. Are you decorated for Halloween in your neighborhood? What's your decoration vibe in your hood?
We live in a rural area, so people don't really decorate out here. But it's funny you almost said Christmas, because we're already decorated for Christmas.
That's good. You know what? Always have a reason to celebrate. Well, I live in South Florida, in an area that's pretty busy with a lot of people, and we actually, if I was able to take you with me to the front of the house, we have the 12-foot skeleton in our front yard. If you've seen that on TV or on social media. So that is cool. But that's all you need. And my kids were like, well, we need to decorate more. I said, no. All you need is a 12-foot skeleton, and that about just does the job. All right, well, how's your pumpkin coming, Jennifer?
Pretty good, pretty good. I think it's mostly empty. So, yeah.
Amazing.
We tried
all right.
to do Halloween in a neighborhood, and
okay.
my mom has a house, and I always want to do her garage like a science lab, like a mad science lab.
Yes, we used to live in a neighborhood that had an incredible like Halloween trick-or-treating. Everybody came, and that was always fun. So you don't get many trick-or-treaters then out where you live.
Yeah, the houses are too far apart. So yeah.
All right, guys. So mine is pretty clear too. I'm gonna let's see. Let's get your approval, watchers. What do you think? Looks pretty good. If I was home and doing this with my kids, I'd probably like, get all the seeds out. It's not clean. I'd be like a witch and demanding that they clean it up. All right, so I actually have 2 here. I had cleaned this one out earlier, so I've got 2 empty pumpkins. Ooh, this one's a little bit better because I took some time in my kitchen. But now what we need to do with this one is let's carve. I'm going to leave one pumpkin not carved with no face, and then on this pumpkin I'm going to carve a face. So I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to go ahead and carve my face. I tend to be a little bit more of a traditionalist when it comes to the jack-o'-lantern, like the triangles and the toothy grin. So that's what I'm going to go for. Classic Jack.
I got it out. We don't need these anymore. I don't want it. Okay, what should we do? What do you want to do? Circle eyes? Okay.
Oh.
I think those are too high. Maybe down here. And do we want to do a happy face? Mm-hmm. This marker is not working.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes it's the waxiness of the pumpkin because this was a Sharpie and it's not working super great, but it's cool. Yeah. I got the idea. I can definitely see the face on that to trim it out. All right. Cool. All right, I'm starting. One eye.
Yeah, let's do our eyes. Stay a little bit.
In preparation for this project, this is the first time I've actually carved like the smaller pumpkins, and it's such a pleasant experience compared to the giant ones that you do at home with your kids. Yeah. So awesome. All right, I got 2 eyes.
She is fast. Look at how fast she is.
Whoa.
I am not even done.
Well, again, guys, it's all about the knife, okay? It's all about the knife.
Okay. All right, we got one eye.
I'm gonna go get my own can.
We got one eye down. And we have little eyelashes.
Eyelashes? Is that what I heard you say? What? All right, now I got a nose. All right. I'm going to carve the mouth. So, Jennifer, is it cold where you are right now? What's the weather like?
Yes, it's cold. It got warm yesterday, but no, it's cold. Sometimes we even get snow on Halloween.
What? Oh my gosh. Wow. We're all living such interesting and different lives all over the country because of the weather. I mean, look, guys, Look where I am. It's probably 80 degrees, and I could jump in my pool when I'm done to get all the gickies off.
So Courtney, do you dress up for Halloween?
Actually, last year, my husband and I dressed up for Halloween for a party, and we won the contest. We did. Yes, we dressed up as like Day of the Dead. And I had made my headpiece and it lit up. In fact, I was looking for it this morning because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wear my light up Day of the Dead crown, but I couldn't find it. So I like yours. You have a Halloween headband on, right?
Yes. This year I'm I'm doing two things because we do trunk or treat. And I have like aquatic theme, and I'm going as a mermaid to that to get hand on candy. And then for actual Halloween, I'm Tinkerbell.
So is it a theme like Tinkerbell and you have a Peter Pan and a Captain Hook, or are you just a solo representative?
We have, what's your brother going as? He's going as another one. Snorlax. He's going as Snorlax, so another Pokemon.
Oh, Snorlax. I'm not familiar with that one though, but Pikachu and I, we're tight. But Snorlax, I'm not familiar with him.
Snorlax sleeps. He's the lazy one.
Oh. So is he easy to catch since he's sleeping? Is he an easy one to catch, Lucas?
Yeah?
Sometimes he wakes up.
Sometimes he wakes up? Okay.
All right. So sometimes it's a little like I kind of, you can see, can you see? All right, here we go. He got a little like, his nose is collapsing a little bit, but he's cute, right? Is he cute?
Yes.
Oh, what should we name him? Lucas, what should we name him?
You want to name the pumpkin? How about Jack?
Jack. Have you seen that new the jack-o'-lantern, just the big jack-o'-lantern Halloween decoration at Target, and it says, I am not a jack-o'-lantern. My name is Lewis.
No, I haven't.
Seriously. Yes, Google it. Google it when you're done. It's the funniest thing. He's like 7, 8 feet tall, and he says, I am not a jack-o'-lantern. My name is Lewis. So maybe his name is Lewis. But Jack is good. Jack is pretty solid.
Yes.
You can't go wrong with a Jack. All right, so I'm going to start. I've got all my seeds here, so I'm going to start. Actually, I'm going to put my seeds on this baking tray because I think I'm gonna bake these later. Jen, do you know that? Do you know that amazing Halloween treat?
I've never done it, but I know it can be done.
You know what? Me too. So I'm gonna do it today.
Okay.
So I'm getting them ready. I put them on a pan to let them dry. All my trashy trash. So if
does the mouth need to be really big so that it gets?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No, just no.
Okay. All right. I think my face is done. She's kind of cute.
She's so cute. Oh my God, you didn't put little sticky eyelashes on her. Oh my God, let's let them meet. Hi, what's her name?
Oh, the name of my pumpkin. What do we want to name our pumpkin?
Micah.
You want to name it Micah?
Oh, that's a great name. All right, Micah and Jack. Hi, Micah. Hi, Jack. Now they're best friends for life. All right, pumpkins for life. All right, now we're gonna get down. We did like the fun part here. So the carving. So now we're gonna talk about science a little bit, and the science experiment that we're gonna do that's gonna make our pumpkin explode, or maybe where he's gonna vomit. You know, it'll be really cool. So we're actually going to be taking, it's a chemical reaction. We're doing chemistry, guys. Chemistry. Don't tell anybody because we still want you to have fun. Shh, shh, it's chemistry. So we're gonna do a chemical reaction by mixing together an acid and a base. So when you mix together an acid and a base, a chemical reaction occurs. And in this case, we're going to be mixing acid, which is our white vinegar, and our base, which is our baking soda. And the chemical reaction that occurs is that carbon dioxide is formed. So when you mix baking soda and vinegar, it fizzes and carbon dioxide, which is a gas, forms. And so if you've learned a little bit about solids and liquids and gas and states of matter in school, you would know that one of the characteristics of a gas is that it expands and it fills the shape of its container. So when we mix these together, the acid and the base, our vinegar and our baking soda, we're going to watch the reaction and see what happens when this carbon dioxide is formed, okay? And it forms, and you'll see it, and you know it's being formed because you'll see all these bubbles that are starting to bubble up with this. And because gas expands, these bubbles get bigger and bigger and bigger. The bubbles pop because, remember, gas fills the shape of its container. And if this is your container, well, the gas is just going to expand, and we're going to see what happens when we mix that together. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to do this experiment twice. I'm going to do it with the open pumpkin, and then I'm going to do it with the closed pumpkin. So with this small, when I say closed, I mean it doesn't have a face. So I'm going to start with this one. And I'm going to pretend, Jennifer, that this is like a witch's cauldron, okay? And I'm going to create some sort of like magic potion that's going to immediately produce $1 million and make the sun shine and be warm for winter for you, okay? All right, so I'm going to take with my baking soda, and I'm going to start, and I'm going to put about, I have a 4th cup here. I'm going to just put in about the whole 4th cup. If you put in too much, ain't nothing going to happen. All right. Nothing's going to happen. So, and you know what? You might see more. So I'm going to put in, and I'm going to be real liberal with it. So I just put in a whole bunch of baking soda. And because this is going to be my witch's brew, Lucas, you said Lucas, right? Lucas or Luca?
Luca.
Luca, my bad. All right, Luca. What color should our witch's potion be? Is he there?
Yeah, he's here. What color do you want to do? What do you want color do you want her to do? I don't know. What do you want her to do?
Green and blue.
Green and blue.
Green and blue. Oh, there's another experiment. We'll have to see what color happens when you mix green and blue. All right. So I'm going to go ahead before I put in my vinegar. I'm going to take my blue food coloring and my green food coloring, and because I love bright colors, I'm going to put in a lot. So I'm just going to squeeze it.
I dumped the baking soda into the
dump it right in there. Yep. So I'm going to squeeze in a whole bunch of blue food coloring. Lots. Can never have too much.
Blue like on this side and purple on this side.
And then I'm going to do green over here. Oh, this is going to be like this might turn me into a frog, Luca. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. All right, so I've got my baking soda and my food coloring all in there. And now I'm going to take my vinegar, and I'm going to pour it into my cup. And remember, I'm going to be really liberal with it because nothing bad's going to happen if you use too much or use too little. Except the only thing, guys, is you could get in trouble because you make a mess. All right. Yeah. This tends to be messy. I'm outside. I'm a little worried about my new friend Jennifer because she's inside. So just forewarn you, my friend. All right. So back to my experiment. So let's watch. You know what? I'm going to come around because I want to like hold it up so we can maybe see what's going on. Let's see. And I'm going to do There we go. All right. Where are we? Okay. All right. So I'm pouring it in. And I just pour. Whoa! Whoa! What is it? I'm gonna turn you into. And you know what? Because let's do it again. Let's do it again. I'm gonna put in some more baking soda. So you can just keep pouring in more. You can do it over and over and over. So let's do this again. Let's see. Toil in trouble. Let's see, Luca. I'm gonna turn you into a whoa.
All right, it's our turn. You ready?
It's you.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Whoa! Love it. Yes. Is he puking? Luca, is he puking? Love it. Yes. All right, so now I'm going to do my my Lewis. All right, so we're going to do it again, but you know what? Because it's, it's going to maybe look like he's vomiting, I'm going to go with red. All right, I'm going to go with a little blood out the mouth for some fun vampire. All right, I got my dogs out here. They're really excited too. All right, so I'm going to start again. I've got my measuring cup. So I'm going to measure like, again, maybe I'm going to use more this time, Luca. I'm going to use more because I want to see what happens. Because that's what scientists do, with experiments. They try a little bit here, a little bit there, more or less. All right, so here we go. Here we go. All right. Here he is. Here's my baking soda. Let's go. Whoop, whoop. All right. Good now.
It's coming out.
Yes. Oh, where's my red? Sorry, I don't want you to shoot my butt. Okay, so let's put the red in there.
What bubbles?
Yeah.
Hey, Luca, why is it bubbling? Do you remember? Why is it bubbling? Because it's turning into a gas, right? That's why it's bubbling, because we're seeing a chemical reaction, and the baking soda and the vinegar are creating carbon dioxide. You'll hear that again one day. You'll hear that again one day in school, Luca. I promise. All right, so now I want to see what's going to happen. Luca, where are you? Where are you? You ready? You want to watch? Let's see. Put this up this way. All right. You know what? I'm not even going to measure. I'm just going to hold it up here, and let's see. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to put in more this time. More baking soda, although I see a lot still in there. Whoa!
Purple and green now.
So you want to do purple and green
Purple
now?
and green? I'm going to do some more red.
Okay.
Maybe red and green? That would be sick. If you're puking up red and green, you better go to the doctor. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Ooh.
White.
She's kissing her pumpkin. Her puking pumpkin. All right, we want to do, what colors do you want to do?
Purple and green.
Purple.
Oh, those are good colors. I like those. That's like party colors. Love that.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Green.
Purple.
Yeah.
Green.
Oh, I'm watching.
Nice.
I'm watching.
Okay, let's put vinegar in our measuring thing. And what are we gonna? What is it? It's a chemical reaction.
Explode.
Yeah, I don't know if they could hear you. Can you say it?
Yes.
Carbon dioxide. Let's try this. Ready?
I heard you.
Ready? Here it goes. Whoa!
It's your favorite color, Mama. It's green.
It is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Let's do it again, Mama. Yeah.
Do it again. Yes, yes. Do it again. Do it again.
Let's do pink. Let's do pink.
That with blue.
Pink with blue?
Yeah.
Woo.
We're gonna do pink with purple.
Oh, okay.
Luca, what's your favorite color? Lucky you, Jen. Yay, all day.
Blue.
Oh, you're an equal opportunity. You're an equal.
And purple.
And blue.
And blue.
And even red.
All right, let's try.
I love you're an equal opportunity color lover. I love it, Luca.
Oh, it's gonna fill up the whole time tray.
All right, here we go again.
Let's see if it's gonna make my. Oh, it's my color. My flavor.
I like how half and half. One half was pink and one half was purple. That was cool.
That was my favorite color together.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
Now we're gonna.
I think our tree's full. So
I bet.
Can you
all right,
get me
Luca, you gotta clean it all up. That's your job. Clean it all up, Luca. There you go. Now clean it up. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Okay, so
Mama,
now that we've done our pumpkin explosion, Courtney has some great tips for us for holiday photography.
Oh my God. Yes. And you know what? Halloween is one of my favorite times to take photographs and to portraits just because there's just so much. I'm going to come around here to the front if you don't mind. So I'm going to lean on the table because there's just like so many cool details and so much personality that you see about the kids. And it's nice to kind of get away from always taking photos of like families that are all matchy with their shirts tucked in and for their photos. But there are a lot of things that you can do and you can use in your home to really create a stunning Halloween portrait of your kids. So the nice thing, and the time change is different all over the country depending on like what time is the sunset for you guys where you are, Jen?
Pretty early right now. It's like 6:30-ish. It's already getting dark. So,
okay. Yeah. Okay. So what I would love is like if you're going out trick-or-treating, let's say right before sunset, at dusk time, you really want to make use of that light because sunset light or that late early evening can just be really beautiful. And so at that point of the day, I like to try to, if you're gonna, there's a lot of different things you can use. So first thing I'll do is I'll use my street, and I like to put the kids in the middle of my street, especially if you have a street that's running east and west. That's always nice because you can have them with the sun behind them. And then it makes for really nice, like an orange glow in your photos. And then the sun is not in their face. You never want the sun directly in anybody's face because then they're squinting and it creates harsh shadows. So late evening, not late evening because it's dark, but early evening, late afternoon, I'm sure, especially where you are at that dusk, put your kids in the middle of the street with the sun at their back and take some really great pictures. Another place that I love to use for pictures is your garage door. Your garage door is a plain, usually very plain, standard background. And just to line your kids up or a kid in front of the garage door, I think is like a really cool DIY studio thing that you can use. So do we have some pictures, right? Do we have some pictures we can show? I know I brought some to show so we can actually, all right. So this picture in particular, I have to tell you, can I tell you the little story behind it? These were our neighbors and we had just started trick-or-treating and I had my camera with me because I'm a photographer too at home. And we 2 houses down and I knock on the door and there's our neighbors and they are complete family costume Wizard of Oz. One of the best family costumes. It was like it surprised me so much. And they had a really cute old house. And so you can see by that picture, if we can put it back up again, I wish going back, I was doing it so quick. I wish that the front door had been closed, but I love the opening of this door makes a really great frame. So if you can find cool doorways to help frame your picture, it always just adds a little bit more interest. So, again, I was on the fly trick-or-treating with my kids, but if I was doing this as a professional at this moment, I would have had them close the door and stand in that cool cutout frame of that doorway. It's a really old house too in that neighborhood. So there's a lot of not only amazing costumes, but cool architecture, and it all kind of helps tell the story. So we can flip to another photo I brought to show you guys. So here we are talking about the street. Now this photo, if you were to see it, if I was to show it to you, it would be like a wide shot. But because we're here, doing it like this, it has to be vertical. So can we show that photo again? All right. So again, you can see the street. Now, if you can do it, so again, like this is an east and west street, and you can see that the sun is at their back. And I love putting them in the middle of the street. You can see the street lines. It kind of helps like guide the eye if you're putting them all in the middle. And then, I live in South Florida, so the street is lined with these amazing palm trees. So if you can create visual interest by, the palm trees leading in and the street lines leading in, and then you can see the yellowish of the sun behind them. And, you can do this with your phone too. Like I used a camera, so I know I'm giving you like, look for light and put them in the middle and frame. Yeah. And then you just pull your phone out and you snap it. So, so that's it. I think I have one more photo to show. Do I? Oh, all right. So again, this would be this would be more of a, like a horizontal but because we have to crop it. But in this photo, so cute, right? They're on a little sidewalk. So the sidewalk kind of helps lead the eye to them. And there are also like two big bushes on either side of them, which helps like frame in the photo. And then you just pull your camera out. And but you know what? I can give you a million photo tips. But at the end of the day, the best photos are just the ones you take, right? Just take the photos, just having them in the memory and creating the videos. Like in 10 years from now, you're not going to say, oh, look, I love the way I posed them in the street. And I love how I made the lights come through the back. You're going to be like, damn, that's such a cute picture of my kids. I'm so glad I took it. Right. So.
Yes. And moms especially, take pictures of yourself, because I know how we are. We're like, oh, my hair is messy, or whatever. Picture of yourself.
You will be sad. And I won't get into the sad story that I have about why you should be in your pictures, but be in your pictures. Your kids want pictures of you. And you know what, moms, in 10 years, you're going to look back on those photos of you and go, oh, look how young and how thin and how pretty. So you will, because that's what we do.
And I looked fat there. Like, what was I thinking? I mean, don't worry about it. Take the photos. It'll be a great memory.
100%. And we still have like a week, like a little over a week until Halloween, right? So,
right.
As you're going through your neighborhood this week, if you've listened to these tips, like look at your garage door and look around your neighborhood and go, I could stop here for a photo. And, even the fun, I love I'm a runner in my neighborhood, and I will always stop and take selfies with everybody's fun Halloween decorations. So yeah, definitely take advantage of your neighbor's decorations and use that too. But what did you do to the unicorn, Jen, when I was like rambling on about photography? She's taken on a new life.
Yes, it's now a unicorn. So with our eyelashes, unicorn horn, and Luca wanted to make it into a unicorn. So now it's a unicorn.
I love that. Well, Luca, you are so creative, and I definitely appreciate your insights. It's all about collaboration, man. Collaboration. Yeah, my little guy, he needs a little hat and maybe like a little, like a a nose job because he's got a septum issue here, right? We need to fix that.
Okay.
Touch the seeds.
He wants to touch. My son wants to touch the seeds.
Oh yes, Luca. You guys are gonna have to invite me back, and we're gonna have to teach how to roast pumpkin seeds, Luca. So now you can have the best snack. Mwah! They're delish.
Is it squishy? He's not really touching. He's got a glove on.
Oh, cheating, Luca! Take that glove off. If I can do it, look at me. Look at me. I'm even getting it all over my computer. Okay. Ooh.
Right. So it's time for us to wrap this. I just want to thank everybody
Oh, man.
Live stream, and for Courtney. This was amazing. This was so much fun. I hope we can do this again. And happy Halloween to everybody that's watching. Make sure you know HappyKids and check out HappyCamperLive. We've got a lot of really awesome Halloween movies and shows on HappyKids, so be sure to check us out. And again,
love it. Hey, if they do this experiment, can they post pictures and tag HappyKids? I want to see your puking pumpkins and your exploding jack-o'-lanterns, and I want to see your carbon dioxide bubbles, and show me all your cool stuff, guys. Post it.
Yes,
tag
we'll feature you. Be sure to tag us, and we will feature you on our Instagram and our social media.
Yay!
Thank you. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween!
Bye.